Welcome to Release to Results, the Course in Miracles series. A light and joy and peace abide in me. Lesson 93. So much of our life and this illusion has been making wrong of ourselves. So, believing ourselves to be the home of evil, darkness, and sin, projecting that out onto the world, making it the home of evil, darkness, and sin, because I live there, so it must be bad. Uh, there's this hiding. There's this hiding, not wanting to be seen. And if I was seen, well, then I'm just going to have to die because I'm so bad. So just noticing where you're making yourself an abode of darkness or sin or evil, and therefore not shining your light, hiding from the world, not fulfilling your function. This lesson, light and joy and peace abide in me, is to remind you of what you really are. You are not this darkness that you may have believed yourself to be. You are not sinful as perhaps you thought. What this lesson says is that these beliefs are so firmly fixed that it's difficult to help you see that they are nothing. Foolish fantasies, savage dreams. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. So let's release any sense of sin, any sense of evil or darkness about us, that we may discover that these beliefs are completely irrelevant, not even true. So allow as best you can to come to an awareness that you are light and joy and peace. That is what abides in you. And your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Could you allow yourself to come to sinlessness by just releasing any concept, any belief in your darkness, evilness, wrongness, or sinfulness? Let's begin. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Could you notice if there's still any belief that you are in some way evil, bad, or sinful? You might open up the unconscious, the subconscious mind, and just ask, is there anywhere where I still believe that I am bad, evil, sinful? And this is without judgment or moralization, just seeing what comes up, seeing what would have you hiding your light. And could you simply acknowledge whatever's come up for you and notice the feeling behind the thought? Could you let this feeling come up? Let the darkness come up. Let it be lightened just by looking at it, noticing it. Could you feel it for but a moment, lightening it up? And could you release any feeling of sinfulness or belief that that is you. Just could you release it? Would you release it if you could, unveiling the light and joy and peace in you, which you really are? When could you release any belief in sin that you may have incurred and let the light and joy and peace that abides in you free? Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Though this may have been interfered with, there may be some belief in some abiding darkness, sin, wrong. Could you open up the unconscious and see what foolish beliefs you might have regarding your sinfulness? That doesn't exist, though it might seem like it. Could you simply allow up any false conception, false beliefs that would have you hiding your light? And could you notice how it feels to be carrying this belief? Whatever came up for you, could you go behind the thought and notice the feeling? Could you bring light and joy and peace to this feeling as well, just by feeling it, letting it dissipate in that light? And are you willing to let go of this belief in sin, this feeling? Would you be willing to let go of sinfulness, evil, darkness, and making that what you are? Would you let go of that if you could? When could you let go of darkness and discover the light and joy and peace that abide in you? Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Is there any exchanging sinlessness for beliefs in sin or evil or darkness? And it's okay. Could you just open up the unconscious Could be something small. Ooh, I made some mistake. Could be something big. No one can ever know that this happened. What would obscure or have you hiding yourself in this light and joy and peace? Could you allow up anything coming out of the unconscious? Why allow it up? To shine a light on it, to surrender it, to give it up. Whatever's come up for you without judging or moralizing about it, could you notice the feeling that's been carried that would have you believing in sin and that being what you are? Could you open up the unconscious, what's been stored, and just allow it to be touched by your light, the truth of what you are, just feeling it, noticing it? Could you sit with a feeling lightening the dark? And could you surrender any sense of sin and that being what you are and allow yourself to shine in the world? Be seen. Would you surrender any belief in your sinfulness to God? Just surrender that, whatever that feels like. When could you surrender any sense of sin or evil that you are and accept your sinlessness as guaranteed by God? Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Though there may be some belief that isn't true, what would have you hiding light and joy and peace from the world? Is there some bad, some evil, some dark? Just notice what comes up for you. And could you open up and allow up how it feels to be believing in sin and that being what you are? Being bad, evil, dark, not true, just a feeling. Could you allow that feeling to come to light? Feel it, notice it. Could you sit with it for but a moment, lightening it, rather than covering it back up, hiding more? opening, enlightening feeling. And could you surrender this feeling of darkness, sin, and any belief in it? Would you surrender any belief in your sinfulness to God? Give it up. When could you surrender any darkness, badness, evilness, and allow light and joy and peace to be all that abides in you, all you really are? Your sinlessness guaranteed by God. Salvation requires the acceptance of but one thought. You are as God created you, not what you made of yourself. Whatever evil you may think you did, you are as God created you. Whatever mistakes you made, the truth about you is unchanged. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You are and will forever be exactly as you were created. Light and joy and peace abide in you because God put them there. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. So, could you put away any foolish self images of darkness, evilness, sinfulness, and allow yourself to experience what God has given you in place of what you have decreed for yourself? Could you allow your guaranteed sinlessness? Could you allow light and joy and peace? Just could you allow it? Could you sit in sinlessness as you were created, light and joy and peace, holy, loving as you were created by love, light because you were created by light, powerful because you were created by power. Could you allow the truth of light and joy and peace, what you are? Could you put away any foolish self images? For your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Could you allow yourself to be seen and to shine, no longer hiding, behind tiny idols of evil and sinfulness. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You can do much for the world's salvation today by accepting one thought: you are as God created you, not what you made of yourself. Could you allow yourself to walk in the light and joy and peace that you are? Bring yourself closer to the part in salvation God has assigned to you. Could you bring conviction to this idea today? Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. And if any of those old beliefs come up, they're just coming up to be enlightened. Could you release any emotional garbage, any shadow, any darkness? Nothing to fear, just something to be enlightened as you affirm, as you experience your sinlessness is but one release away, one surrender to be in light and joy and peace. Well done releasing. We'll do it again tomorrow. Have the best day